From the American Revolution to the global war on terrorism, more than 1 million American vets have made the supreme sacrifice. They died so that we could continue to cherish the things they loved: God, country, and family. That is why we're gathered here on Memorial Day, to honor the memory of our fallen warriors who have given everything for their country. We are also reminded on this day that brave men and women have always stepped forward to take the oath of allegiance as members of America's armed forces, willing to fight and, if necessary, die for the sake of freedom. In reflection on the sacrifices of their comrades during World War I, the founders of the American Legion saw four common pillars as to why Americans so often answer their nation's call, even to the point of sacrificing their lives. They do it to provide a strong national defense, to keep America safe and secure against those enemies who would destroy our American way of life. They do it for their fellow comrades, for those fighting by their side against all odds, and for those who eventually separate from the military but proudly claim their status as veterans. They do it for American core values of God and country, family, patriotism, and our freedom to worship as we please. They do it for their children so they can grow up in an America that is strong and free. It is through this last pillar, children, that we must continue to honor the spirits of these heroes. We must share their legacies and tell the stories of those who are no longer here. Nearly 7 American men and women have died while fighting the global war on terrorism. Many were parents. The loss felt by Gold Star families is forever. There are many tangible things we can do to honor the service of our fallen heroes. First and foremost, it's to take care of their loved ones. In some cases, this means providing financial assistance to help their children obtain higher education. Across this great country, the American Legion is raising funds to ensure that college education will be a reality for these families. It's also why we wear the poppy, a symbol of hope, that sprouted on the Belgian battlefield. Memorial Day is not about picnics and parades, though there is nothing wrong with enjoying and celebrating our American way of life. Memorial Day is about gratitude and remembrance. It's about honoring the men and women who made it possible for us to gather here today in peace. But the reason that there is a Memorial Day, the reason we are gathered here, is to remember those who made our way of life possible. They truly are the guardians of our freedom. And now, Jeanette Crossley, president of the American Legion Auxiliary, is going to give a short speech. It's a bit high. C'est un peu petit pour. I guess, do you hear me?
Yes.
Somewhere at this moment, all over the world, there is someone's son, someone's daughter, someone's brother, someone's sister, someone's father, someone's mother serving our country. Let's not forget them. We shall never forget.
Mark Barnard is now going to deliver a short allocution.
I think I have to move my microphone. On m'entend? Je ne sais pas si je dois parler en français ou en anglais aujourd'hui. C'est vrai qu'en tant qu'élu, adjoint au maire, la logique voudrait que je parle en français. Et ce jour étant un peu particulier, je pense que je vais peut-être mélanger les deux. Le Memorial Day, c'est une fête américaine que nous n'avons pas en France et que je trouve très belle, puisque vous honorez vos morts au combat. C'est une occasion, parmi d'autres, de se rappeler que notre liberté, notre façon de vivre, notre mode de vie, c'est pas le fruit du hasard et c'est pas un cadeau de Dieu. Il y a des gens qui sont morts pour ça et aujourd'hui on leur rend hommage. Alors aujourd'hui on est sur un monument qui est sur la ville de Neuilly, au cimetière nouveau, qui a été financé par des dons privés en 1939 et qui abrite quelques centaines, qui est la dernière demeure de quelques centaines d'anciens de l'American Legion. Et en tant qu'élu de la ville de Neuilly, nous sommes fiers d'avoir ce monument avec nous. Alors effectivement, on n'est pas à Colleville, à Bello, à Suresnes et encore moins à Arlington. C'est un petit cimetière militaire, mais je pense que la charge émotionnelle, le symbole est au moins identique. Dans quelques jours, on va célébrer l'anniversaire du 6 juin. Alors il y a plusieurs façons de le célébrer. Une des façons, c'est peut-être de se souvenir qu'il y a 9500 soldats américains qui connaissaient rien de ce pays et qui sont venus mourir sur nos plages pour nous libérer. J'aime bien rappeler cet événement parce qu'on a tendance à oublier que pendant la Seconde Guerre mondiale, il y a plus de 400 000 soldats américains qui sont morts, plus de 110 000 pendant la Première Guerre mondiale, pour des guerres qui ne se déroulaient pas sur leur sol, mais ils sont battus et ils sont morts pour des valeurs qu'ils partageaient avec nous. Sans vouloir faire de polémique, si aujourd'hui on parle français en France et pas allemand, c'est grâce aux Américains. Et donc ça, on vous doit une fière chandelle, j'aime le rappeler. Et de la même façon, si on n'a jamais parlé russe en France, c'est aussi grâce à l'armée américaine. Donc ces sacrifices, ils n'ont pas été vains. Ils nous ont permis de vivre libres pendant des décennies. Aujourd'hui, c'est vrai que l'histoire nous rattrape et on se rend compte que malheureusement, la guerre est aux portes de l'Europe. Et c'est d'autant plus important que c'est l'occasion de se rappeler qu'il y a des choses qui sont des fondamentaux importants qu'on a eu tendance à oublier parce que dans un continent où on a vécu avec la paix pendant 70 ans, on oublie que c'est la guerre aussi qui nous a permis d'être libres. La liberté et la démocratie sont fragiles, ce sont des valeurs qu'il faut défendre et parfois pour lesquelles il faut mourir. Comme le dit la devise, si vis pacem parabellum, qui veut la paix prépare la guerre. Je souhaite évidemment qu'il n'y ait plus jamais la guerre, qu'on n'ait plus jamais besoin de mettre un seul nom sur ces murs. Mais enfin, c'est peut-être un vœu pieux. En tout cas, merci aux Américains pour ce qu'ils ont fait. On a eu besoin d'eux et on sait qu'on peut compter sur eux quand les fondamentaux sont en cause. Merci à vous.
Ça va?
Oui.
Each and every year, as the month of May gets to its end, Memorial Day brings to mind the hundreds of thousands of soldiers, sailors, and airmen who made the ultimate sacrifice during the bloody major battle during the two past centuries. Stretching back to the past, our attention this year is drawn on the First World War. It will at once remind us of the unknown soldier, of course not only as a plaque of his casket read, but to God. It recalls that at the Hôtel de Ville of Chalon, on the morning of Monday, October 24, 1921, the Sergeant Edward Younger, a combat veteran of the U.S. Army, was given the honor of placing a clutch of white roses on the casket which he will choose from the four ones assembled by this act. The American Union soldier was then designated. Once all the mourners had the opportunity to honor the honored soldier, the casket of the unknown was moved in a slow procession to the train heading to Le Havre. With great dignity, the procession wound through the city streets before arriving at the dock where the USS Olympia warship was berthed, bound to America to then reach the Washington Navy Yard. Prior to departure, a French officer wounded in Verdun and awarded the Médaille Militaire addressed the coffin of the unknown directly as sight. You came here with no material or selfish purpose, but in exhibition of a noble spirit. American brother, they now take you back to the Greek country whence you came, but France will conserve you forever in pious memory. And her soil will never forget that to it you confided your last dream. Similarly, a Major General of the US Army also spoke to the unknown soldier, a sight. The Greek Republic, which today honors you, likewise pay tribute to your comrade in blue, who fell with you and lives enshrined in the heart of his countrymen, as you live in the loving memory of yours. Whoever you be, your gallant deeds are indelibly inscribed in the page of history to the glory of your nation, and as long as free states endure, will your exploit be sung. On arrival after the trip across the Atlantic Ocean, a horse-drawn carriage bore the unknown through the streets of Washington. Tens of thousands of people lined the streets to witness the procession. On Friday, November 11, 1921, the body of the unknown soldier slowly proceeded to Arlington National Cemetery. As the casket was lowered into the sarcophagus, the unknown soldier again came in contact with earth from the country where he had fallen in battle. Soil from France was in fact spread, and forever the nameless one of America died for France and for America will rest on French soil here in his home earth. That day, another war seemed impossible. Is it really possible that an impossibility war may come true? Over the years, the tomb guards developed elaborate rituals to honor the dead. They stand sentinel over the tomb 24 hours a day, every day, regardless of the weather. They serve as a symbol without fail for the nation's nameless dead. In so doing, they also remind that the price of deadly wars was leaving people, families shattered, having lost their dear ones. Would not it be better to think over placing a clutch of white roses on the plaque of the Memorial Day to pay tribute to peace instead of war? It's a dream. A dream. Very often a dream has a chance to turn true. Let's pray that we may live in peace for good and all. God bless you all. Thank you. Now we are going to lay rest, starting by the American Legion.
No, that's not ours. C'est la nôtre, celle-ci. Voilà.
Ah.
Alors there is a second race here, and I think that maybe we could probably also take this race close to the other one, because I don't know.
Comment?
This has been offered by somebody, by the association, the overseas, American Overseas.
Ouais, AOMD. Oui.
Yes. So maybe you can do so.
Yeah, ok. Alors attendez. On va pousser. Donnez-moi ce que je vais dire. Poussez-le.
Voilà.
Voilà.
Excellent.
Super. Merci.
Marc. Tu peux, monsieur? This race is offered by Neuilly-sur-Seine. Monsieur Warrod being.
Vous devriez les mettre de chaque côté.
On va mettre comme ça.
On va le mettre sur le côté.
Now we are going to race. To let this race here. If you don't mind to come.
Yeah.
Séché. Philippe Séché pour le premier français.
Closing remarks. Have you any something special to say or not? I would say that I know quite well the American Legion for quite a lot of years. Monsieur Renaud de Beauchesne, who was involved in the souvenir with you very closely, was my uncle. We were very close together. I miss this man because he was a very fair man for everyone. So today I am also pleased to come along with these flowers. They are white because the surgeon who put the rose on the casket he selected
Yeah.
had put a white rose. This is the white rose. This is the reason why I wanted this wreath be in white today. So, thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Our countries are very bound together. We must never forget that. Never. Okay. Have a very good day. Yes, sir.
I just want to say thank France in 1779. Okay, the French joined in with the American effort to liberate themselves from the English. And thanks to the French, Rochambeau at the Battle of Yorktown that blocked
Yes.
the rescue of Cornwallis's troops.
Yes.
A French victory against the English fleet, okay, and grâce and thanks to de Grasse, okay, that battle was won. Thanks to I think it was Rochambeau, the army, French army at Yorktown, helped the American army win the Battle of Yorktown. De Grasse, Rochambeau, the Battle of Yorktown, and that was the end of the British effort. Even though the war lasted for 2 more years, that was the end of the British effort to take back the rebellious, in their terms, colonies.
Yes,
And
correct.
so after that period, thanks to the French, and the problem for France was the French spent a lot of money in that war.
Exactly.
And that money that the French spent, they couldn't get back.
No,
And that is what caused, okay, the calling of l'Assemblée Générale, okay, to try to get the money back. And that caused, for good and for bad, the French Revolution. So I just want to thank the
yeah,
French.
you're right. It's exactly what happened in actual fact.
So thank you, France.
And thank
For
you,
your help.
America.
Thank you, America as well. Huh? Anyway, we are bound together forever. I know. I have been working in the U.S. for 6 years.